How you doing, everyone? My name is Ryan and this is Ade, and welcome back to another edition of Box Talk. A fight that a lot of people thought would be a walk in the park for Chris Eubank Jr., which I think is actually a real fight, a real good fight, and a fight that won't be as easy as many people think. I'm talking about Chris Eubank Jr. versus Nick Blackwell for the British title, isn't it? Yeah. Fight's on the 26th of March on Channel 5, so prime time, don't miss it.
It's a good matchup. It's got a bit of stick. For some reason, people are assuming that Chris Eubank should go and sell into the super elite of the middleweight division, and I think he's just away from that. So, you know, rather than him having a match against the likes of, what was that ridiculous American matchup? Jetta that everyone still, rather than having that, have a good British trade fight against someone that is on a bit of a roll right now in terms of Nick Blackwell. What I will say though is this: I think this fight would have been competitive if prior to Eubank's experience that he got from the Trudnov fight. I think that was a fantastic performance, and even the experience he got against someone that antagonised him and was a bit tricky in Spike O'Sullivan. I think Eubank now, with those two fights, I think he's becoming a more polished, and even the loss against Billy Joe Saunders, which was very, very close. I think he's becoming a more. He talks a lot, and I think he's now starting to get stuff to back it up. In terms of, look, guys, here I got, and I think that's why. We'll talk about it in the end, but that's why I think he wins this fight.
You know, Chris Eubank Jr. has shown a lot of things in the ring. He's shown he's tough. Shown he's gritty. Shown he's got a good chin, and he likes to turn it up a little bit. So tell me, he hasn't shown solid boxing.
Good point. Look at you, you're getting. I don't know who you think you are with these little.
Seriously, he hasn't shown solid boxing. I haven't seen him put in a performance. I say, guess what? That was a boxing performance. He's out hustled, been the better athlete, outgunned people. He's done everything in the physical attribute type of sense. I.e., he's a tremendous athlete.
He's physical.
Know what I mean? So in the physical aspect of it, he's done everything.
As his dad would say, he's got my DNA.
I
got the word what he said.
But you know, and that's what we're missing. I want to see how Chris Eubank handles a guy that's going to jab, double jab, use good footwork, use range, work the body from a distance, and doesn't have to engage in a tear-up. That's what I'm concerned about.
It's a fantastic point you made. And I don't think we are ever going to see him show good boxing skills. And I don't mean that disrespectfully. I just mean he had a handful of amateur fights, from what I know. Not a lot, more than a handful, but a few.
Went to Cuba and fought some guys in Cuba.
He had sparring, his dad said, and he got beat up a couple of times. His dad was happy to see him get beaten up because it's like a learning, progression, development. And I just don't think you can't. You can see the best boxers in the world right now, and you could Lomachenko, that's hundreds of amateur fights, which is why they're able to just to do that and show super skills. And you can see the ones that clearly don't have that. And unfortunately, Eubank has no amateur background. He's an athlete, and he's probably one of the best athletes in boxing, so he's able to throw 100 punches and dodge and move. But in terms of boxing skills, putting it 1, 2, and Billy Joe Saunders fight, he swung and missed about 30 times. It got a bit embarrassing.
When I look at the middle division right now, I wouldn't say it's stacked, but there's enough people at the top of the end to say you need something more. Forget Peter Quinn's last performance, but Peter Quinn definitely has something. Regardless, he's in the basement, he has something.
So does Jacobs.
Daniel Jacobs definitely got something. And he's showing more pop, Daniel Jacobs. Canelo, regardless of what you say about him, he's in the basement as well. He's a solid fighter as well. GGG is the top of the division.
Stop. Don't mention him in this video.
The point I'm making is that you're not going to get away with just steamrolling people and having an athletic fight with people.
Because they're athletic as well.
You need a bit more. You need to have good footwork, good balance, getting in and out. Remember we talked about Luis Ortiz a couple weeks ago, where your punch came kind of double stepped out, then double stepped in, and it's kind of like heavyweights don't do that, using the brain, but middleweights do that. Does Chris Eubank do that?
No.
That's my problem. I'm trying to say. I'm looking at this fight right now, and yes, Chris Eubank's the favourite. There's a reason why he's the favourite. He's fought better opposition overall.
And beaten them.
And he's shown an element to his game that is, I would say, a bit more TV friendly. And he's got a name to boot. Just because you got that, it doesn't mean the other guy on the other side doesn't have his own agenda to suit.
Can Nick Blackwell step up? Yeah, people will say yes, we saw it against John Ryder.
Yeah.
I don't know how good John Ryder is.
Yeah.
I'm still a bit like, you know, it was a good performance.
Yeah, very good.
Stopped John Ryder. I was actually at that fight, and I was like, wow. You know, he looked bigger, he looked stronger, he looked faster, everything's that. But we know he lost to Billy Joe, a lot more convincing than Chris Eubank did.
The guy Billy Joe's fighting,
Bursak, Mad Max as they call him, and Martin Murray.
Yeah.
So every time he's kind of stepped up to that elite-ish level, he's been beaten.
Yeah.
I think Chris Eubank Chris Eubank isn't world level for me. He's not. I don't want people to get excited. He's not world elite.
Having a WBA interim.
Yeah. No, you know what it is?
Yeah.
The middleweight division is so thin, but like you said, the top 5 or 6 are very good.
Yeah.
And he's below the top 5 or 6 for me, so that kind of makes him just and ahhing for me. But I still think he has enough to beat a Nick Blackwell, whose biggest win still to this day is John Ryder. Does Chris Eubank have power?
Okay, here's the old argument that I always say, you get loads of knockouts by punching the guy 100 times because it's accumulation. I think power's a single shot.
Yeah.
And that's the same for Anthony Joshua, what I said before. Anthony Joshua has power, but I don't think Joshua's as powerful as people say he is because he stops you on combinations in the ropes. He doesn't actually put you out with
Joshua hasn't got Deontay Wilder power.
You get one.
Deontay Wilder hits you once and you're down.
Yeah,
Joshua, I think it's accumulation.
Accumulation, I mean, it's the combination. I'll tell you a quick story.
His stories are never quick.
No, they're not quick. When I met Julius Francis about 15 years ago, met him in Leisure Lounge. Remember Leisure Lounge?
Yeah, I do remember.
Cookies and Creams. Yeah. And he said to me that the highest punch I ever fight for was Frank Bruno. He said, Frank Bruno hits you once, he sparred with him all the time. He said, like, you're hit, you know about it, full stop. He said, Lennox Lewis was second. He said, Lewis hit harder than Tyson. And we said, with Lewis, though, it was the spot on his punches because you wouldn't see them coming. He'll blind you with the jab, and then when the right hand comes over, it was like, bam, it was a solid shot. He said, Tyson, he hits you the hardest because the combination. He doesn't hit you once, he hits you 3, 4, 5, 6. That's what makes Tyson a hard puncher. He said a single punch for punch, he's not as hard as the others. Same with Joshua. I think Joshua's a very, very powerful puncher, but I think it's the combination of the punches more than the single punch.
Or Chris Eubank then?
Same thing with Chris Eubank. I think it's the combination of the speed of everything. See that burst on Jetta, like it's like 20 punches. It's the combination of everything. It's not the single punch.
Interesting. All right, go on. Let's do a quick decision then. Let's not make this a long video.
I like Nick Blackwell. I definitely think he had the opportunity to pull an upset. Would he pull an upset? I'm not sure, because what you said, like you said, when he's got up in class, he seems to be wanting a little bit.
Yeah, just a little.
Just a little bit. Chris Eubank is wanting, but not as much.
Yeah.
Yeah. If Chris Eubank can box the way his dad says he could box, that will be for a tremendous fight. That will be a nice thinking fight. If not, Chris Eubank's in for a hard night. I will go with Eubanks on points that he'll get the benefit of doubt for work rate. Yeah, but people that watch boxing will say that was a dead close fight, similar to the Billy Joe Saunders fight.
I'll say this about you.
So, do you see how Billy Joe Saunders had Eubanks in trouble in the first 6 rounds?
Not trouble.
Boxing, yeah. Eubank went through, like, Eubank didn't know what to do. Not similar, but that type of thing where the boxing is going to be a problem early on.
Okay. Yeah, maybe. I'll say this about Eubank. I mean, we done Eubank Billy Joe Saunders video. I think did you say we both had Eubank to win, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was bloody high on him. I thought, my God, we have the reincarnation of something special here. I get excited quite easy, as you can tell, guys. Again, after watching years and years of boxing, I can tell everyone right now, just take it easy with Eubank, because we're not going to get, if we're thinking you're going to get something special here, I can tell you now, you know, we're going to get a good fighter. Yeah. We're going to get a guy that might give us exciting fights, but if we're expecting to see something, nah. I can see it already. Unfortunately, I'm not trying to be hard, and I know his career is still early, but I can already see, like what Ryan says, it's a physical specimen. Yeah. That doesn't cut it in boxing. Yeah. Not everyone's gonna have a 6-pack and muscles and you don't need that. It looks good, but you don't necessarily need it. Do you know what I mean? Luis Ortiz does not have a 6-pack. He'll knock out every single heavyweight in the world right now. He doesn't have a 6-pack. We'll never have a 6-pack. So sometimes what I'm trying to say is all this physical specimen, don't get too excited about it. All jumping over the ropes. Don't.
I don't like that. He goes so low. I don't.
It's
like
ridiculous.
It. I don't like
One day
it.
someone's just gonna.
Yeah.
You know
I
when
don't
GGD
like it.
hits you dead like that?
No, someone's gonna hit him with a short uppercut.
Yeah.
Because you can't see it.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I just think like this fight is so close because I genuinely believe that Chris Eubank's just there and Nick's there. I don't think Chris Eubank's where people think he is.
Same here.
He's not. So everyone's saying that he should go on and fight Danny Jacobs. You must be crazy. He needs to come. He needs to start.
Yeah.
Getting those blocks a bit. And I think Nick Blackwell's a good. I don't want to say stepping stone because that sounds disrespectful. I think it's a good level fight to see where Eubank is because I don't think Eubank's anywhere near where I thought he could have been 18 months ago.
Yeah.
And if he has the problems that there's rumours about the Adam Booth issue, if it's a case of Chris Eubank still going to be his coach and trainer and all that crap, then honestly we could have another Adrian Broner, Andre Berto problem here. But yeah, there you go, guys. So Nick Blackwell, Chris Eubank Jr. again coming up. When?
26.
26.
Yeah.
Same night as Brook Beezer.
Yeah. I know what card I'm watching. On the undercard's got Huey Fury versus Naji Aguilera.
Yeah, and Frank Buglioni I think makes his light heavyweight debut as well.
So, yeah. I know what card I'll be watching Channel 5.
Right.
That secret or no?
No, is that a secret? Yeah. One's free. Everyone should be watching Channel 5.
Yeah.
Everyone should be watching Channel 5. Not trying to diss Matchroom, but just watch terrestrial TV boxing so they keep it on terrestrial TV.
No, it's not this match. I'm watching the better card. It's not a diss. I watch the card what's more suitable.
Who else on Brook Beezer card? No, really. I'm trying to think.
I haven't paid attention to it. So disappointed with that fight. I haven't paid attention to it. I will always watch the better fight, and I think Nick Blackwell and Chris Eubank Jr. is a tremendous fight.
It's a good fight. Yeah, it's a good fight. So just to confirm, you're saying decision, deal stoppage,
decision.
I'm going for
close decision.
I'm going for a late stoppage. I think Chris Eubank, like Ryan says, when he throws punches in bunches, it's pretty damn fast.
Yeah,
pretty damn fast for a middleweight.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a faster middleweight out there. Is there a faster middleweight out there than Chris Eubank Jr.?
No.
There isn't, is there? When he throws them, it can be a bit. Referee, you make the referee stop it because he thinks, alright, this is
too much.
Yeah, it's just too much. He's thrown about 20 and he's not missed. You know what I mean? So I'm going for Chris Eubank stoppage. Late, I think Nick Black will look good, like Ryan said, for the first 6, and after that, I think Chris Eubank could just put the pedal to the metal because he's the fitter. He's more of an athlete, and that's what I think will help him. But that's it, guys. Eubank Jr., Blackwell.